We met in, I want to say it was the winter of 2019 at a Trump rally, actually, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we basically hit it off from day one.
What do we even count as our first date?
When was our first date? I honestly don't really know. We hung out so much.
Probably one night I had a very rough night and I called him and said, I need help. And the next day we met at Jersey Mike's for lunch just to talk through things. And I think that's what he thinks is our first date.
There was a point when I knew we had been talking for a little while, but I'd been praying over her for at least 6 months before she even knew. And then it just organically happened. And after we'd been talking for a few months, I knew some way, somehow that she was the girl for me.
Just the more time I spent with him, the more I knew I didn't want to do life without him. One of my favorite qualities about Malik is how much he cares for me, just constantly checking on me emotionally, mentally, way beyond physically, just constantly watching out for me. Every second of the day, he's always asking me how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, where's my mind, that kind of thing that just, it means so much to me.
She's not like any other girl I've ever met, and I mean that in a good way. She's very critical with her thinking. She likes to analyze everything. I mean, obviously she's beautiful, she's smart, she's very thoughtful, she's brilliant, but she doesn't have the same perspective as most people have, and that was what drew me to her, for sure.
He told me when we were dating that he was going to propose to me on one of our weekend trips, which we took about every other weekend, and it would be out of state. So I kind of had an idea of what to expect, but he wanted it to be a total surprise.
I told her that we would get engaged sometime after the new year in January. And I meant that when I said that. But as the weeks went on, we were getting pretty heavy in our planning, and I realized that we really needed to get engaged sooner than later, and I wanted to surprise her. And that was the biggest thing.
And he ended up pulling it off because he involved my whole family, and they somehow involved an entire town to set up a scavenger hunt throughout the entire town. And it was Sherlock Holmes themed because I'm an avid Sherlock Holmes reader.
I had her mom, and she's so sweet. She helped me out so much by planning the whole day, but she wrote out 7 or 8 different clues on a piece of paper and plant them all over the town of Highland, North Carolina.
And at the very last clue is where he proposed to me.
And as we get to the last clue, it tells us to walk to this certain point, which was a gazebo. And of course, her dad's away hiding in the woods, her mom's hiding somewhere. And as we get closer and closer, I think she finally put it together at the last second. And but by then it was too late. I'd done surprised her, so.
I didn't expect it because it was something we did all the time, and so it just felt like another trip that we were doing, but he kind of put a lot of effort into making it special.
So even though it was in North Carolina and out of state, we got engaged on December 10th, so she really had no idea. It was very well thought out, a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun.
It was awesome. I feel like we have a lot of goals and plans and ideas, but I'm really excited for him to just finish college and kind of see where we end up, what we end up doing. We want to build a home and buy land, and I'm really excited to feel like we have our own place and feel like everything around us is something we've put in really hard work to build.
I'm most excited just getting into life, getting back to work, and just be able to come home to her instead of coming home to an empty house. I mean, I've been living life now for 28 years, so I want to live the next 28 years with her. So whatever that is, I'm not one of those guys that looks 5 years in the future. I'm one of those guys that looks just a day by day. So whatever we're doing tomorrow, I just want her to be part of that. And in 10 years, it's going to be the same. So as long as she's part of it, then it'll be perfect.
It's been a long couple of months leading up to this, but I'm excited we're finally here and getting ready to start our own life together.